All of us in the hall thought that the Swami was going to get a very rude shock from Bhagwan. We waited with bated breath. Bhagwan, with a movement of his head, signaled the Swami to continue. The Swami, with folded hands, said, "My first request is that I want to place my head on your holy feet and melt. I want to wash your feet with my tears." Bhagwan waited, without uttering a word. "The second thing, Bhagwan," continued the Swami, "you have to put your holy hands on me and declare that you have given me Atma Sakshatkar, liberation." We all laughed within ourselves, because the Swami had put forth such requests to Bhagwan. But a miracle took place. Bhagwan got up from the sofa and stood in front of him, pointing to his feet. The Swami fell at Bhagwan's feet. We saw his tears drenching the feet of Bhagwan. After a while, Bhagwan lifted him up, put his hands on his shoulders and declared, "I have given you Atma Sakshatkar." Though his eyes continued to shed tears, the Swami's face glowed with fulfillment as he took leave of Bhagwan. TPR continued. An American came to the ashram. We did not know his name. The tall, handsome American entered without announcing his name. From the moment he entered, Bhagwan's gaze was on him. He sat before Bhagwan for 3 hours. Some kind of communication was going on between them during this time. There was such deep silence, no words were exchanged. The American got up and left. He never came back. I asked Bhagwan, "How is it that this man came and was here only for 3 hours?" Bhagwan replied, "He got what he wanted. His mission is over. Where is the need to stay on further? Everything ends in the now." Then there was an aristocratic lady from America who sent a telegram stating that she was coming to India just to be with Bhagwan. She said she was reaching Bombay by ship on a particular date and then taking the train to Madras. She had also written that she would be taking a special train and coming to Arunachala on a particular date. She sent a telegram from Bombay confirming her program. She gave another telegram from Madras. She was disappointed that there was no one to receive her at the railway station when she arrived. At Ramanashramam too, there was no one to receive her. She came into the hall on her own. Bhagwan was holding up the newspaper and reading it. She couldn't even see his face. Major Chadwick and Munagala Venkataramaiah had been requested to look after her since she was coming from such a long distance and making a special trip. She was fuming at the treatment she had received. She said, "I am a lady. What have I done wrong? I have taken all the correct steps and come here. Nobody gives me any respect here, and this Ramana Maharshi doesn't even look at me." She was terribly angry. She told Chadwick and Munagala Venkataramaiah, "Come to my railway car at 4 o'clock. I want to talk to you." She left the ashram abruptly. When they went to meet her, she demanded, "Why did Ramana Maharshi not even extend to me a common courtesy? What did I do wrong? I did everything perfectly, but he does not know how to respect or even receive a lady." They said, "Do not talk ill about our master. We will go and report everything to him." She said, "That is the reason why I am saying it. Go and tell him. Let him learn something." The two fearfully reported the incident to Bhagwan. Bhagwan listened with great interest and coaxed them to give him a detailed account. Finally, he assumed his usual poise and said, "Did she say all this? Then this itself will work." That night, the lady had a dream. In the dream, Bhagwan said, "Come back." The next day, she came to Ramanashramam, but this time unannounced. From 8 a.m. onwards, Bhagwan's eyes were looking at the entrance of the hall. She came at 10, and Bhagwan showered him with his smile. She became a devotee of Bhagwan. Later she said, "We can never judge a master or how he will act. From his action, you cannot decide anything." TPR gave not just an account of these incidents, but also an insight into Bhagwan's teachings. He once told Bhagwan, "Bhagwan, I came to you not because I adored your personal form. Your teaching, 'Who am I?' was so logical that it attracted me to you. Although I am practicing it, I am still not getting anywhere. I am not able to experience it." Bhagwan looked at him steadily and said, "The man who wants to catch a fish attaches a very tempting worm to the fishing rod. Does he want to feed the fish? He only wants to catch it. The 11-page gem of a book, 'Who Am I?' is only meant to catch us all and put us in the tiger's mouth once and for all." I asked TPR, "Did you ever get any clarifications from Bhagwan on his texts?" TPR said that he once asked Bhagwan about the meaning of the Tamil words "Ar Oli," which means shining light. The phrase appears in the first verse after the first two benedictory verses of the 40 verses on reality. Since one actually sees the world, one has to accept there are varied forms of multiplicity. Yet all that is seen, the names, the forms, the onlooker, the screen, the light that illumines all these, verily all are that one principle, the awareness I am. I asked Bhagwan, what is this light that illumines? What does it refer to? Bhagwan replied, Ar Oli means all-pervasive brightness. It refers to that light of the mind in which we see the entire world. Only with a particular kind of mind are we able to see the world, both the known and the unknown. Even the psychic phenomenon is seen only through the mind. The known we see, the unknown is the vision of God that we long to have. The white light is what we call the self and what Jesus Christ called fire. The white light is the light of the self which transcends both light and darkness. No object can be seen in this light. Here there is neither the seer nor the seen. Just as we do not see any objects in deep sleep, here too we do not see anything. However, the self reflects a light, which is the light of the pure mind. This is the light which gives room for the existence of the entire world to be seen. What is seen cannot be actually seen in total light, as in enlightenment, or in total darkness, as in deep sleep. It can be seen only in this subdued or reflected light, and this is the light that is being referred to in the verse.
Once, I pleaded with TPR. We seekers also have commitments, so how do we balance worldly responsibilities and spiritual aspirations? It seems like a contradiction. TPR replied, I can tell you what happened to me with Bhagavan. I pleaded with Bhagavan to save me from the grips of samsara, as however much I turned my mind inward, the pull of commitments in the activities of life was still insurmountable. I wanted a way to tide over these involvements. Bhagavan turned around and said with great love, be like the tiniest chip of wood that is thrown into a river in spate. TPR then explained to me, the external life of action and involvement of daily life is unavoidable, both for the spiritual seeker and others. Assuming that they are very important, men strive for name and fame, and hence they face a lot of problems and strife. One must understand that true spirituality is not the avoidance of action, but involving in action without giving importance to the doer. In other words, one should be like dust thrown into a floating flood while indulging in any kind of action. The sense of being the actor is to be given up, but not the action itself. I questioned TPR further. How can I give up the sense of being the actor? I am the actor. TPR explained, I too asked Bhagavan this. Bhagavan showed two practical ways of erasing the importance given to the actor. One is by not reacting to the action that takes place around you. One should act, but not react. The other is to understand totally and experientially that things and actions happen through you and not by you. It is being done by a higher power. Actions, whether good or bad, are being done through you and not by you. Reaction is mental work. The mind always binds us to the action. If you do not react to the action, then it dies. During his last days, I pleaded with him to come to the ashram. It was he who first occupied Chadwick's room. No one other than Chadwick had occupied it. Soon afterwards, he had a stroke. I took him to Pondicherry, where Bhagavan's devotee and my friend, Dr. Bhaskaran, attended on him. Within a few days, he was able to speak. I paid a visit to the hospital and said, please bless me. He put his hands on my head and said, follow the direct teachings of Bhagavan. Follow the direct teachings of silence and self-enquiry. Do not swerve towards any other method. Be silent at times when you have nothing else to do. At times when you do something, always ask yourself, who is doing this? Raise this self-enquiry constantly, and it will take you back to the state of Suma Uru. Suma Uru in Tamil means be still. It does not mean being quiet physically. TPR continued, I did not understand that then, Ganesan. Being still is the link between the seeker and Bhagavan. Whenever you are silent and doing nothing, focus your attention on the inward silence, on the I am. Then you are always communing with the ultimate truth, Bhagavan, Arunachala, Jesus, God, whatever name you want to ascribe to it. You are then established in that truth. TPR passed away in Bangalore. His last words were reported to be, "Write to Ganesan that I am blessing him." It was not a blessing for this individual alone, it is a blessing for all seekers. Let us pay homage to these devotees, as they are the rocks and boulders of Arunachala, the ever-living truth. By sharing their lives, we too are being established in the truth.